What's going on, YouTube? This is not a mail call video. I have a stack of mail about 4 times this size. I will get to it. It will be the next video. We've got something from Silverstruck. Silver and Gold Stack Attack. Patriotic. Mellow Stacks. Let's see. Who else do I got in here? Offhand, I've got more buried, y'all. Oh yeah, SGT Stacker. He's in there. I'm going to get to it, guys, but this is not a mail call video. That'll be the next one. This is a video about us, about stackers, and how we are absolute dinosaurs. Calm down, you savage beast. My God. Okay. We are dinosaurs, guys. We are antiquated. And you need to stay till the end of this video because there's something I'm going to share with you about the banking system that I became aware of about a week ago. And it's funny, the day after I became aware of it, Silver Joker and 5150 did a video putting out the same information. It's worth your time. If you don't know, you need to know. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. Not a financial advisor. Do your own research. This is merely my opinion, but it's something to be aware of. We're dinosaurs. We keep our assets, a lot of them. Some stackers I've known keep their assets completely outside of the system. They pay their rent, their mortgage, their credit card bills if they have them, whatever, their internet bill with money orders. Don't have a bank account. I am not one of those people. I do have some assets in the electronic world. I'd say the majority of my assets is in physical silver, physical gold. And there's a reason for that. I try to make money, I try to make profits on my currency in certain markets, and then I try to roll that over and convert it into money. That's my method. I try to cut costs as much as possible, put it into money. This isn't going to make me rich. It is, however, going to keep me from being poor, in my opinion. I do like most of my wealth off the books, pour on paper, pop. And it's a balance. If you want to buy a house, take out a loan at some point, you're going to have to figure that out because you can't have all your assets outside of the system and be able to do that and get approved for a loan in most cases. We're antiquated, and I say that in a good way. We're outdated in the way we think. We are unique. We are old school. We send mail to each other. We talk on the phone. Most people don't do that anymore. We can engage in social settings because we're older, schooled people in our thinking. And a lot of people have lost certain abilities to do those things in social settings. Now, I'm not saying that we're all social butterflies. I work 7 days a week and I deal with people all the time, so a lot of times when I'm home I don't want to deal with people. But should the need arise, the skills are there, because I'm not lost in this world of this new age thinking in most respects. And this can really save us. If you go throughout history, look at the Great Depression, right? Banks failed. Stock market bailed. If you had physical assets, land, sheep, cattle, gold, silver, cash, you were going to be okay. And then all the reform came into place with the stock market, with the SEC and FDIC, which we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then fast forward to 2008. There's some stuff that happened in between there, but we're keeping it short today. 2008, the banking collapse. Did the banks collapse? Yes, they did. And the reason I say that is because they had to be bailed out by the taxpayer so that they didn't fail. So as far as I'm concerned, that's an insolvency. That is a failed bank. And then there was some reform after that so that there can't be bailouts anymore. So that leaves bail-ins. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not saying it's going to happen at all. But it's something to consider. And when a bail-in happens, you lose. You as the depositor, you lose. So if that were to happen, where would you want your wealth at that point? Would you want it in the bank if it fails? And the bank bails itself in with your assets and your cash? That's not where I want the majority of my wealth. Again, not a financial advisor. And also not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility. The video I wanted to talk about was by Mark Moss. I do watch some of his stuff. He's got quite a number of subscribers. I also watch Jeremiah Babe, or J-Babe as I call him, and Economic Ninja. And a lot of these guys have alluded to banking trouble. And about a week ago, Mark Moss put out a video that you can find if you type in Mark Moss on YouTube. And I think if you type in just FDIC, it'll pop up. But I think it's called something like, "Your money may not be safe in the banks, watch out," something like that. It's pretty easy to find, and it was within the last week or so. He actually shows footage, I believe, from November of last year, where the FDIC people are having a closed-door meeting, and somehow it was recorded. And he shows clips, and the things they allude to are pretty concerning. There's a clip in there that basically says, the public should know, about, possibilities of bail-ins, but we don't want to tell them and create a run on the bank. There's another clip in there that basically says they believe that the average person has more faith in the banking system than they, as deposit insurance company, has. So I would encourage. I'm not going to drop a link in the description of this video, but it's easy to find. I told you how to find it. It's worth 10 minutes of your time, or whatever the video is, 10, 15 minutes. We might be antiquated and old school and dinosaurs in our way of thinking, which is a good thing in my opinion. But we also need to stay up to date with what's going on so that we can make the right moves, protect ourselves, and at least be aware of it. This channel is growing. I've gotten some emails and some comments from some folks that have started stacking based on some of my content, which is, that's phenomenal. That's awesome. Another gentleman actually started a stacking channel, which I believe is his second channel, not stacking channel, but his second channel. And he told me that after watching some of my stuff, he decided to create a stacking channel, and that's phenomenal to impact people. That's what this is about for me. So help me grow this channel. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and if there's one more thing that you could do for me besides watch that video I talked about, that's keep stacking.